Hello, this is a video about DHCP Relay Agent. A relay agent was kind of created just if you had multiple subnets in your network and they didn't have a DHCP server on it, then as the DHCP server and the client, a lot of the messages between them are broadcast based in DHCP. So the moment it hits a router, it stops. So it can't forward that information onto another subnet. So you'd have had to have made, originally I'd have thought, a DHCP server for each subnet. But now you can use the relay agent, which kind of forwards it from one subnet to another, which has got the DHCP on and back, which kind of just makes it a lot easier to do. Right, to create one, we've got to actually install and roll. So we've got to install the routing role. So I'm just going to go through. So we want remote access. Again, of course, I could use PowerShell and use the install one. I'm just going to continue. I'm going to continue. Next. And now I'm on to the remote access part. Role services, and I just want routing. So I'm just going to install that. Next. Next. And I'm just going to keep going and install it. Install it all there. So after it's all installed, I'll start to configure it. So as with a lot of these things, it takes a little while to get set up on the GUI. So it's just being patient while it's going. And we just need to make sure that you can talk to each other perfectly. So in our case, what I'm going to do is we've got a DHCP server and DNS server on the 10.166.121 address range, while I haven't got any DHCP server or DNS in the 192 range, so only in the Class A, not the Class C. So I'll just wait for this to finish off. This is also how we're going to set up a lot of our VPNs and things like that later. And of course, direct access, which is also a nice sort of one to get your teeth into. Okay, so it's about halfway there, and we'll just wait for that to finish. Main things just to remember on this is that DHCP, broadcast based, can't get past the router. So as it can't get past the router, it most modern routers now will forward it, but if it's doesn't, then you need to put this, install all of this, and then configure it. There we go. And I can already, and I'm just going to close. I'm going to get to my remote access one. At the moment, I'm going to ignore the direct access and VPN. And I'm just going to go straight to my routing and remote access management window. Okay, so I've got that. just going to configure and enable my remote access. I'm going to go next, and I'm going to use a custom configuration. I'm going to do next, and I'm going to use LAN routing, and I'm just going to press finish. Okay, just wait for it to finish, and then it should start, or start the service. Just wait for it to start the service. And I can now see it started because it's green. I'm just going to go to IPv4, and I'm going to go on to the general node and do my new routing protocol, and I'm going to use DHCP relay agent, which is just there. Okay, so I've now got my DHCP relay agent, and I'm just going to add the new interface, and I'm going to essentially I just put in a new interface, right, so I'm just going to right click and go properties, and I'm just going to put in the server addresses. So, and I'm just going to put in the DHCP servers. So I've added my first one, and I've added my second. So things are going to connect to this, and then it's going to tell them where the DHCP is. Okay, that's it for our DHCP relay agent. Okay, so bye for now.